Spencer Wood. I'm 34 years old, and I'm from Madison, Missouri. My journey with addiction began a long time before I actually started using drugs. I think the addicted mind thinks differently than somebody with a normal mind, and mine definitely was. I definitely think differently than people. Since I was young, I always felt a lot of shame and fear, and anxiety, and so once I started using drugs, I was able to use that as an escape from all those feelings. I think I finally realized it had gone too far when I was stealing and lying to everybody. I basically was using drugs against my own will. I was hurting people, and I knew it, and that hurt me to do that, but it wasn't enough. I couldn't stop doing that stuff. I had just gotten out of prison. I was out of prison for like 3 weeks, and then I'd made hundreds of promises to my family and to myself, to my son, that I wouldn't let him down again. In the blink of an eye, I found myself back in jail, and I just started praying for something. I'd heard of Heartland. I've always heard of it, but I didn't really know what it was all about. But I prayed to get a chance to come here, and after 4 months in jail, God answered my prayers, and they sent me to Heartland. Well, I've been, over the 16 or 17 years that I've used drugs, I've been to like 15 different rehabs and treatment centers, and this one was far different than the rest. So in the rehabs that I had been to, they all had kind of said the same thing, that I had a drug problem, that if I could just figure that out, that I'd be fine. But coming to Heartland, I kind of learned that using the drugs was really not the problem. That was kind of my solution. I had more of a sin problem, and if I could change what I believed, that I would change the things that I did. And so I found that to be true so far. For me, the very first night that I got to Heartland was the most. It's something I'll never forget. I got here on a Thursday, and we had a power barn, and I remember looking around. I was brand new, I didn't know anybody, but I remember looking around, and the room was full of drug addicts and criminals, people that were just like me, and every single one of them was smiling. Some of them were crying. They were singing at the top of their lungs, and everybody seemed happy. And I knew from that point on, I knew that I was in the right place. And so yeah, I'll never forget that. Since coming to Heartland, it has drastically altered the trajectory of my life. I've thought for the last decade or so that I was destined to die as a drug addict. I just thought that was the way that it was. But so since coming here, I've realized it doesn't have to be that way. And over the past year, I've regained the trust from my family, my son. Our relationship's really close, and so I'm learning to be a good member of society and a good father to my son. I would just say that don't ever give up hope. That it's never too late to get help. If there's breath in your body, then God has a use for you, and so just don't ever give up and don't lose hope. And God wants to help you, so you just have to let Him.